Hey, Seth Garris here. I'm gonna be playing more Banner of the Maid. I kinda started playing Valheim a few weeks ago, and before I knew it, I got teleported several weeks into the future. So, trying to get back on track with those translations, but in the meantime, yeah, here's more Banner of the Maid. So, let's get on to Chapter 2, not new game. Chapter 2, Maid of Toulon. Alrighty. So yeah, we got control of these idiots. But yeah, they're over leveled as fuck. Does she have 2 range? I feel like she does, eh? Yeah, she's got more than 2 range actually. But we're gonna plunk her down there. Okay, so yeah, 11 damage. Right? Unless she doubles or something. No, she don't. Yep. This whole diagonal grid is kind of pain. Yeah. I don't think I even needed any help at all with that. Alright. There's no way he doesn't kill this guy, does he? Yeah. And we'll just leave him there. It looks like he supports her. Or at least gives her some sort of buff. Keep firing! Actually, I should double check. Is there any, like, time limit on this one? Yeah, that's fine. Do that. Attention! Fire! Yeah, she doubles. Yeah, you wait. Alright, well, there's no bonus challenge, only defeat is Pauline, so yeah, I guess I could just take my time for the most part. Oh, well, if I can, I probably want... it doesn't look like she can get in range. Oh, no, that's in range, okay. Artillery, concentrate fire. There we go, now I think she should be able to avoid a counter. Oops, not the experimental. Tactically speaking, though, I guess she could use the experimental to avoid a counter as well. Alright, Bullion, you'll just hear the support and potentially kill something. If need be, pay attention to the targets, fire! Damn it, the enemy has already rushed our position. Who's that man with the messy hair, and who's that young lady? Could she just be like Lady Wellesley? Yeah, and your turns. Not bad. The bombardment is going well, and Rose's arrangement is trustworthy. However, her enemy is very tenacious. Pauline, can you still hold on? Time is running out. Go all out and break through the enemy's defense. It's my ability. I can maximize the courage of soldiers, although I got only 1 shot at the moment. Now is the most critical time of the battle. Yeah, increase your damage down a short period. Once you use a command skill, you cannot cancel your move. You must issue an order of attack or await the finished action. Oh, actually, I didn't realize that you can still attack after doing that. So that's nice to know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, so she's got a heroic action charged up. I'm kind of curious. Oh, it was in range. Dang! Alright, we should have done that then. Oopsies. Last round of attacks, fire! Yeah, the eagle from Corsica will ignite the fire of war that will sweep across the continent. Yeah, could have totally avoided this counter. I mean, assuming these guys aren't anything different. 13 attack, 13 attack. What, and what's their, like, defense, eh? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Fire! Yeah, I should be able to kill with experimental. I guess she could also heroic, but I mean, she doesn't need heroic to kill here. Alright, come on, sick level up. Attack defense? Hey, that seems fine. He's just there to assumably support her. Yeah, 4 damage. She has still the experimental out, so she's not doubling. Yeah, I mean, may as well heroic, I guess, eh? Let's crash them right here, yeah. Pretty sure last time I remember seeing that too, that I'm like, let's crash them right here. Pretty sure that's a translation error, that is. I would assume it's meant to say, let's crush them here. Whatever. I swear I'm hearing something in the background. Oh, it's just any friendly unit, so yeah, she doesn't need to get here. We did it! Unbelievable. Though you're just temporarily taking command, you fought with such bravery. As impressive as brother said. You've overpraised me. It seems my ability or something, making soldiers become... In comparison, the targeting and time of the cannons under your command were truly impeccable. It's rumored that you know every detail of the terrain, no matter where you're fighting. Seems that's no exaggeration. Don't say that. It's all thanks to Monsieur Hubert's strategic commanding. Hubert. Haha, you're totally not the same as you said. Everyone thought that the Maid of the royal family was a cold-hearted and grim person. Rose, the situation on the front are still unclear. Tell the artillery to catch up quickly and attack the British warships in the port. Understood. Soldiers, ready the cannons. Bang bang. Your Excellency, it's the bombarding of the French. Seems that Fort Mulgrave has fallen. We should retreat as soon as possible before they block the port. Aye aye, ma'am. This should be sufficient to force those stubborn old men to make up their minds and wage war against France. France? The status quo of this country is a group of beasts fighting each other, and the one that survives will be the fiercest one yet. We should take this opportunity and defeat them now. However, this is not something for me to decide. Anyways, I should return home for some long-term discussions. So a short level. I'm sure there is going to be plenty of dialogue. Victory. Este nous. Yeah. I see you're here, Pauline. Well, I can see the whole view of Toulon from here. Take a good look. This is the city we've liberated. Brother, how can you be so determined to implement a battle plan like this? In order to contain the enemy outside the city, our allied forces have been fighting very hard. Even so, we might not have had enough time to occupy Fort Mulgrave.
You're right. We were lucky to succeed in the end. Perhaps we should thank God for helping us.
I for one, can't make such a decision. Thinking of not being able to win the battle while soldiers fight with their lives. Maybe I'm not a qualified commander at all.
Oh? Pauline, do you know what's more painful than a soldier's death?
More painful?
We let them die in vain under the command of incompetent generals. This is happening every day in this war. I believe that I'm the best choice that soldiers could possibly have, so I never hesitate when making decisions.
But if I could come up with better plans...
Pauline, did the instructors of the École Militaire not tell you? Talents of soldiers must be owned on the battlefield in order for them to blossom. Before that day, the soldiers who died under your command are the responsibility you must bear. Do you remember our snowball fights back in Corsica?
You won 35 times. I won 20 times.
You have snatched 20 victories from the best soldier in France. Give yourself some credit.
Brother.
So much for the gossip. I have to prepare my personal report for Paris. Otherwise, God knows what Hubert will say. With this victory, the big shots in Paris shall finally make up their mind and give me a chance to make a big difference. Remember to come and help me then, Pauline.
Understood.
After the British warships withdrew, the remaining enemy forces on the land were quickly annihilated, and the flame of victory burned in the city of Toulon. However, the war is not over. Starting from Toulon, the conflict between France and all of Europe has become more intense. All this started with the revolution that took place in Paris a few years ago. Nowadays, the French royal family survives on the influence of a woman, which makes Paris a stage of order and chaos intertwined. Prelude, the Maid of Toulon, finished. 2 months later, Paris, France. Hustle and bustle the streets.
Paris is still the same city. It's so lively, even at this hour. Well, Maison Café. According to the map, I'm in the right place, but I don't see any signboard with his name nearby. The siege of Toulon, my brother got an exceptional promotion because of his military exploits and the revolutionist recommendations. I'm also invited to Paris by the royal family to receive my award. My brother asked me to find a cafe run by a woman named Josephine and live there for the time being.
We all heard that your husband has been executed on the guillotine. No one can protect you here. That's right. Drive them out. This used to be our home.
Huh? This doesn't look like an ordinary quarrel. That's a matter of years ago. If you have so much spare time to harass me, why don't you go back and find a proper job?
Don't blame me if I have to remind you that I have several old friends in the Garde of Paris. Don't believe her nonsense. These people have been locked in prison with your husband long ago. Get out of here, you serpent.
Tut tut. This is getting ugly. You must be Madame... this must be Mademoiselle Café. Are you Madame... Beauharnais? My brother Napoleon Bonaparte should have, written about my visit.
Huh?
Napoleon? You must be...
Stop wasting time already. Someone help me throw her out.
Hey, you. Don't you do anything stupid. Rogues on the streets looking for trouble. It seems that a fight is inevitable. Stop it now. Are you people not ashamed of bullying an aged woman?
An aged woman? Ouch. Who is this lady? Yep. Wait, she seems to be wearing a military uniform.
That said, you must be Pauline Bonaparte. Too bad you're seeing this. Come with me to the cafe now.
What did she say? Pauline Bonaparte? is the Maid of Toulon. Damn it, what trouble have you got us into? I'm done with it. Hey, old man, you better watch it.
Fortunately, my brother taught me how to fight back in Corsica. Also, my swordsmanship, which is taught by Instructor Deon. But the Maid of Toulon? What are they talking about? Oh, yeah. They must be hired by nearby gangs to make trouble. After all, my salon had a lot of business from when it was booming. Rêvez de vous rencontrer, Madame de Beauharnais? My brother should have mentioned it in his letters. I apologize if I'm bothering you by living here during my stay in Paris. Just call me Josephine. So you're Napoleon's sister, eh? Excuse me, my brother clearly said it was a stylish, magnificent place. Why is it so run down? Run down? Young lady, I didn't promise anyone to let you live here. Now did I? What? What do you mean? Seems you still don't know it. That your story is spread all over Paris. The flower of the battlefield that bloomed in Toulon, and the Maid of France that's equal to Rose de Beaumont. Something like that. What? What is going on here? I obviously didn't. In short, you're already a star in Paris. You live here, maybe you'll bring in some unexpected trouble. Alas, it's okay to lend you a room here, but you have to help me out. Oh, of course. Anything that I can do. Then join my club, the Malmaison, and be my adjuvant. What? It was a small organization that I gathered by hosting a salon here. It was quite popular in the past, although as you can see, after my ex-husband died, it has gradually deserted. I'm not the kind of person who gives up easily. However, to make a comeback, I need someone to help. I'm sorry, I can't stay in Paris for too long, and I don't know much about social. That you don't have to worry about. The rising stars in the army, just like you, are the best political signboard, just like the Jacobins soliciting your brother. If you keep earning military merit on the battlefield, there will be people who are willing to worship you, and the influence of our faction is guaranteed. When you come back to Paris, you'll just have to occasionally deal with the commissions that you're tasked with by the big shots, and everything will go smooth. And keeping a good relationship with other factions would also benefit you in various ways. Your brother's promotion is a good example of this. Of course, with your current fame, you can also pledge your service to the big shots, or simply declare loyalty to the royal family. Then I'll stay with you. If you need my help with anything, please don't hesitate to tell me. Are you sure you want to stay in such a place? Of course. My brother said you're a reliable person. Moreover, I want to gain a foothold in the army with my own skills. Good for you. However, if you want to help, do you know the rules of etiquette for social occasions? Well, in short, always strike first with a decisive attack. That is what my brother taught me. Oh, you two are truly brother and sister. Well then, there is a room available upstairs. It used to be my husband's room. You can live there for the time being. It's already quite late today, so get some rest. Yeah, the location's been unlocked, the faction's been unlocked. Second floor of the Malmaison Cafe, listening to the sounds of carriages that occasionally pass by the window. I recall my life in the École Militaire. According to Josephine's introduction, Paris was changed a lot compared to days when I was in the École Militaire. The Foulons, led by Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Marquis de Lafayette, and the implementing constitutional monarchy are now the main authorities. And the King's declaration of supporting the revolution had won over many supporters of the royal family among the common folks and nobles outside Paris. Because their political views matched the voice of the people, the prestige of the Jacobins was rising. My brother is among them. The situation continues to change, and all factions are trying to win the support of the Parisian citizens. I couldn't help but think of my classmates I had in École Militaire, Eugène, Cosette, Charlotte. I wonder how they're doing now. I met them, said farewell, and went to the battlefield. I witnessed the soldiers die under our banner. I tasted victory and pain. I thought about giving my identity of being a soldier, but eventually I stayed. Not only because of the persuasion of my brother and others, but also because of my own pursuit. When I'm on the battlefield, I have a special ability to inspire soldiers with courage and motivate them to move forward. As if I can naturally win their trust, although I still don't know where this ability comes from. And because of this, I can't take the responsibility of a commander as decisively as my brother. There are still a few days before the banquet, held by the royal family. Until then, what should I do with my free time in Paris? Yes, okay. Practice swordsmanship and train. I'm pretty sure I picked this last time. I'm pretty sure I got like strength up or something like that. Let's get play with wildcats and relax. Maybe that'll give me extra speed. Probably not though, but I try to make friends with the wild black cat near the salon. Although the results aren't ideal, I became more agile than before. Hey, see, look at that, speed +1. Which increases dodge and makes it easier to chase tag enemies. Cool. Oh, we take those. A few days later. In the Malmaison Salon, you take the side quest and blah blah. Your current influence is not high enough to provide side quests. You try to attract the attention of the factions first. Talk to Josephine to find out what to do. Which time we're at? 22 minutes? Yeah, we could we could keep going a bit. Yeah, that's what we talk. Pauline, why are you still wearing this military uniform? The banquet is about to begin.
可是
As a soldier, I think it's more appropriate that I wear my uniform to the
这
banquet.
可不行。
Nonsense. Certain occasions require certain outfits. This is one of the basic skills of social etiquette. Now go to the bedroom, put on the dress I've prepared for you. But I insist. I said now. Otherwise you're not gonna sleep. Otherwise you're gonna sleep on the street tonight. Okay. A few moments later. What now?
哎呦
Tut tut, isn't it perfect for you? Now that you're ready, get going. The banquet is held in the Palais de Tuileries. You're one of the honored guests, so don't be late. Yay, location unlocked. And I just talked to myself. I had to wear this dress for the banquet, although I didn't want to. The address on this invitation is Palais de Tuileries? Okay, it's just telling me, hey idiot, hit the map button. Okay. Palais de Tuileries, Paris. Well then, allow me to say a few words. The royal family is very pleased to be able to help these outstanding generals and give them a chance to contribute to our country. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glass and give a cheer for the heroes of France. Elias, the wine of the royal family is truly outstanding. Don't be chuckling like that. You have no tomorrow. Is that the Monsieur Robespierre there? Maybe I should go and say hello. What the effort? Those revolutionist paranoids are the ones with no future. I'd rather take this opportunity to fawn over the royal family. I heard that the queen will be here too. It's been 2 seconds and I forgot the voice I'd used for that guy. Gentlemen, please be careful to keep up your etiquette and do not offend other guests. Oh, of course, of course. Very good then. I wish you a pleasant evening. A brown nose of a noble when I'm in power someday. Nobles and the rich are all attending the banquet of the royal family. However, the atmosphere in Paris doesn't seem very harmonious. Too bad. I'd rather have worn my uniform. But Josephine said the banquet is the social battlefield. The dress she prepared for me fits perfectly. How did she do that? Is this the maid of Toulon? You look like an ordinary girl. And you are? You may have heard my name, Robespierre. I am a member of the Club des Jacobins, like your brother. Robespierre, according to Josephine, is the core member of the Jacobin, which has been very popular among the people recently.
Recently, the Assembly appointed Napoleon to the Armée d'Italie as the commander-in-chief, and our faction helped a lot with this appointment. I didn't expect the royal family would send young ladies of your age to the battlefield.
Pauline, why is that the protagonist of the banquet hiding in the corner?
Marie Antoinette, your majesty.
Monsieur Robespierre is here too. What are you two discussing?
About that, we're discussing whether it's appropriate to send such a young lady to the battlefield.
Nowadays, as the country is in distress, even such a young lady has right to stand up and fight.
Is that so? Depends on whether she's really defending the country, or just forced to help the royal family to win over the people. After all, the so-called Maid is quite suspicious. People are more familiar with the name Witch, am I right?
Monsieur Robespierre, you're as sharp as ever, but their valorous performance on the battlefield is an indisputable fact. As for whether she's forced by the royal family, why wouldn't we ask Pauline's own opinion?
Yeah, whatever. Thank the royal family, sure.
I was able to enter the École Militaire because of the Queen's policy. If it was not for the help from the royal family, I wouldn't have a chance to achieve meritorious deeds on the battlefield.
Yeah, increase my royalist.
Well, I hope that Mademoiselle Bonaparte could keep it in mind that the people of France are always paying attention to your every move. That being said, if you don't mind, I have something to talk to Mademoiselle Bonaparte about in private.
Well, it's about time for me to leave. Please do enjoy the banquet, Mademoiselle Bonaparte.
It's been a while since we last met, Pauline. I've heard that you left for vacation after being awarded the medal, and I was worried that you wouldn't return to the army. Her Majesty the Queen Marie Antoinette from Austria, Josephine said it was her suggestion for the king and the Toulon to join hands to save the royal family. It was also her suggestion to select a woman with special talents to join the army. Is she the woman in Comte de Marbeau's story? After all, the war is still going on. Don't you wish to stop the war with your motherland? The king, however, did declare that he supports the war against Austria. The banquet today is held to honor the heroes on the battlefield, Pauline. What do you think is that can make a hero out of someone? Huh? I think being a hero is achieve something. I didn't read that all the way. It achieves something that ordinary people can't do, and I think only those who can make choices in critical circumstances and are willing to bear the consequences can be heroes. Pauline, have you ever hesitated to make choices because it was difficult to foresee the consequence? Just like when we first met at École Militaire, Queen seems to be able to see through other people's minds. Your Majesty, do you mean I should put the interests of the country before my own, just like you did? No, I think I'm just someone who can't be a hero. Not all that Monsieur Marbeau has told you is true. The banquet is over, and your appointment has been announced. You have to travel all the way to Italy after this. Understood. I will join the Army d'Italie, where my brother is. Speaking of the enemy on the Italian battlefront, that's an army from our homeland, the Austrian army. As I said at the École Militaire, both the king and I had hoped that the girls would become the true saviors of the country, the Maids of France, and change its future. If you need any help, just come to me. The royalists will back you up at any time. It's late. You should go back to rest. You didn't mention that I know Comte de Marbeau, did I? How did the Queen? Forget it. It's very late, and if I stay outside any longer, Josephine will be mad at me. Relieved at last. The situation is getting more and more tense in Paris. It was Her Majesty, the Queen, who set us the École Militaire. I assumed it was also the royal family that spread the rumors of the maids in Paris. Did they want to gain the support of the people through female officers trained by the royal family? Anyways, I should get prepared for my new appointment. There are still a lot of things to prepare before I leave for Italy. Please, wait a minute, Mademoiselle Bonaparte. And you are? Louis Charles-Antoine Dessay. I wasn't able to find you at the banquet. Now I was planning to invite you for a dance back there. So he's General Dessay. Looks like he's around the same age as my brother. It's said that he was a noble but joined the army as a revolutionist, and his prestige among the people is very high. I'm not used to being on social occasions. You're quite similar to Napoleon. Alright, here's something I Her Majesty the Queen forgot to give you when you left. I'm here to hand it over to you. Is this a banner? It's a replica of the banner held by the heroine who saved the country hundreds of years ago. The royal family hopes that you can inspire soldiers on the front line with it. This pattern is the banner of the Maid of Orleans, Jeanne d'Arc. Girl who saved France several years ago. It said that she could even hear the voice of God. Why are you giving me her banner? What's the matter? Are you unwilling to accept it because it's from the royal family? No, it's because I still have doubts about whether I'm qualified to command soldiers on the battlefield. Is it so? As far as I know, a talented officer such as yourself is quite desired in the army. General Dessay, didn't you have any doubt when you first stepped foot on the battlefield? I heard that because, you were a nobleman, you weren't trusted by your superiors at first. Yeah, I did have some doubts. Some of my problems still remain unanswered for now. However, the problem encountered on the battlefield can only be solved on the battlefield. That is what I think. Anyways, I've already handed over the banner to you. Say hello to Napoleon for me next time you see him. I certainly will, and thank you very much for your answer. In addition, if we have the opportunity to meet again at some banquet, I hope you'll give me the honor to dance with you. Oh, what? I think I need to go. Go home first. Will everything we do really lead this country to a better future? Alright. Yeah, there's work to be done. Like an lieutenant. Pauline, where's that girl? Madame, what's the matter? Just call me Josephine and skip the rest. Well, quit it. Don't just play with wild cats all day long. You have something serious to do. There's an invitation for you. It's from, oh my, it's from the king himself. What? His Majesty the King? After all, your performance is related to the reputation of the royal family. Perhaps that's why His Majesty wants to talk to you in person. This is a great opportunity. The Malmaisons will be famous in no time. So is there no better name for our faction? What? Are you dissatisfied with this name? Or do you prefer the names of other factions? The Firefish? The Feathers? On second thought, the Malmaison sounds great. Alright, go get yourself properly dressed up now. No way, do you want me to wear that dress again? I think His Majesty wants to see a prepared soldier. You make a good point. Well then, you decide for yourself. Good question. Fuck, I'll wear the dress. Yeah, okay. We'll definitely do this conversation and then I'll call it. The king does not care so much about military affairs. I'm still wearing a dress. It's more in line with etiquette and nobility.
You're here on time, Mademoiselle Bonaparte. A real soldier indeed. After all, I was summoned by His Majesty the King himself. Recently, not all have been summoned by His Majesty the King are visiting so promptly. This way, please. Your Majesty, Mademoiselle Pauline Bonaparte is here.
你好，
Ni hao. The Chinese dubbing kills me. Oh, nice to meet you, Citizen Bonaparte. The dress you're wearing, how? Your Majesty. Oh, my apologies, I'm a little distracted. Just I suddenly remembered something of the past. I'm honored to meet you, Your Majesty. What is the king playing with? A lock? Oh, this one. This is a little research of mine, some craftsmanship. Well, His Majesty is very passionate about the craftsmanship of locks, speaking of which, the guillotines used now were also improved according to His Majesty's suggestions a few years ago. Oh, that is indeed my sudden idea. Sometimes such great inspirations come out of nowhere. For example, look at this lockbox. Once the key rotates 3 times, you can open a hidden space. What should I do? The king seems to be waiting for my comment. No, just remind him of official business here. Your Majesty, the war on the front line is still going. Compared to these crafts, as soldiers, I hope you can pay more attention to soldiers on the front line.
不是的，
Oh, well, about that. I do care about them, of course. It's just, there's still people in Paris who want to overthrow me. If they succeed in doing so, what's the meaning of winning the war on the front lines? Your Majesty, you didn't invite Mademoiselle Bonaparte to talk about this today. Ah, yes, right. Citizen Bonaparte, I heard that you're about to leave for Italy. As Your Majesty said, I'm leaving in a couple days. And the Queen once told me that she admired that you performed a lot of deeds of merit for the royal family on the front line. Well, I did win some battles thanks to the courage of our soldiers. I'm very pleased. The royal family wants to acknowledge your merit with extra commendation. Since you're going to Italy, a lot of money is definitely needed. The royal family has specially prepared some funds for you. I hope that you can make good use of it. Barry, please make sure it's done properly. I'll take my leave for other affairs that require my attention. Well then, Mademoiselle Bonaparte, please accept this as an appreciation for your contribution to the country. Thank you very much. However, it's the first time that I've ever talked to His Majesty. It feels somehow... After all, His Majesty willingly took his time to improve the guillotines, which nobody knows who will be lying under it in the future. Monsieur Barry, I didn't mean that. But His Majesty also sincerely hoped that the country would become stable. Mademoiselle Bonaparte, please do convey His Majesty's wishes to the people, should you have the opportunity. Okay.
这样的话，
Speaking of which, I'm also working with the Malmaison under Josephine, Madame de Beauharnais. If the royal family happen to need some publicity, you can... You run errands for her. This Madame Beauharnais is really terrific. I will remind her, His Majesty and the King and Her Majesty the Queen about this. Thank you. Well then, I wish you a glorious victory in Italy. Alrighty. And with that, we are, just about 40 minutes in. So, I'm gonna call that it for now. That's basically it for Chapter 2, and I will see you soon for Chapter 3. And Vistari Second Translations should also be relatively soon, as I've got most of the rough translations done. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, like to see more, please subscribe, and see you later.